Hey, drone on dude. So I've just had a run out up into the Durham Dales today. Recently been given an old Trangia 27 stove. I thought I would give it a little bit of a test. So I'm just going to find a little spot up ahead and set it up, and let's see how it works. Okay, so found a little spot which I think will be ideal. Nice little rock there for a surface to work on, so I'll just unpack what I brought up. Stove out. Water. Tea. And importantly, fuel. So this little Trangia, I'll just open it up. So we've got a frying pan. So very important ingredient in there. Little handle so you don't get too hot. A little burner which the fuel goes in. Kettle. Pan. And then these two bits go together and they form a windbreak. So inside, that's where the burner will sit. I just need to add a little bit of fuel to the burner. Frying pan will sit on the top, and if we're using either the small pan, that'll sit inside, and also the kettle. So that's kind of how it goes together. So I'm just going to set up the burner. I'll get that in place and get it lit, and then hopefully start to cook what have I brought? I think I brought some eggs, some old school peck, if you know, you know, and then hopefully make a cup of tea. Okay, so that's the plan. So I'm going to get it fired up. I'll start with the cooking first and then move on and try and boil the water, get a cup of tea made. Incidentally, the kettle looks quite small, but it is marked up as somewhere on there it says 0.7, so 0.7 of a litre. And think about it, a can of Coke's 330ml, so you're going to get just over 2 cans of Coke worth of water, which should be enough for 2 cups of tea. Okay, so little burner there, fill it with meths and then light it, and you get a nice little sort of vapour coming out which ignites, and it's a little bit like your gas cooker at home. I'm going to add about half full with meths. Lid safely on. Need something to light it with. So my little bag here should have a little fire starter. Keep an eye on the dog. Okay, so should be able to get it going. There we go. Nice easy way to start a fire. Keep the little lid handy, that's for extinguishing the flames. Okay, just need to so it just needs a few minutes just to heat the meths up to vaporise it, and then you get that lovely little burner. So yeah, can't see the flame, that's the thing with meths, burns that clean, but it's definitely, yeah, I can feel the heat coming off there. So pop the pan on, and good little indicator, I brought the good stuff. Yeah, nice little block of lard. So that's going to tell me when it's hot enough to melt the lard and start to cook. And in the meantime, little chopping board out. Get some peck open. While since I've had this stuff, I did notice though it says Peck Gold 90% pork, reduced fat. I'm not really into the reduced fat thing, so let's cook it in lard and get some fat back into it. Okay. Put them out the way. Okay, nice chunk of chopped pork. Right there, little dog. Yeah, I thought she'd be here as soon as she could smell food. So we're going to go for a few slices. Okay, so the lard's starting to melt. We're a little bit uneven here, so I'm just going to move it to try and level it off. Okay. I know what you're after, dog. There you go. Another bit for the dog. Little Lola. Okay, so lard's melted. Just going to need another minute or two just to get that temperature up. I've also brought some eggs. What else do we bring? Some ketchup, just to, got to have a bit of the red stuff. And yeah, I think that's about it. Just keep it simple. Right, looking pretty good in there. Got the sizzle. Yeah. Let's just move the camera. Okay, so we've got a lovely little sizzle going on there. Yeah. Brought some bagels just to make my sandwich. Oh, tell you what, it's good and hot. Not sure about this low fat peck. It's a little bit jelly like, but let's give it a go. Yeah, you can't beat a bit of lard. It's cooking well. I think I'm going to drop an egg in as well. I did bring some eggs, so let's make it a bit of an egg banjo. For those of you who don't know what an egg banjo is, cook your egg, nice runny yolk, and when you bite into it, ends up down your front. Egg banjo. Okay. Oh, it's cooked in no time. So I'm guessing if it's quite windy, you've got the benefit of that base to keep the wind away. So I'm hoping I'll give it a go sometime and slightly windier climate. Yeah, again. Lovely. Oh, listen to that. A bit of shell. Look at that. She doesn't go far, this dog, when there's food on the go. Now, I'm guessing it's not non-stick. It's cooking nicely. Look at that. Perfect. So just lift those out. Just to the side, and let's get this egg moving. Yeah, I was going to go for flipping it, but it's sticking. So cook it from sunny side up. There goes the yolk. Okay. All out today. A little bit of a cheese slice going on as well. Okay. Cheese slice, bit of peck, and that's going to go in the bagel. Oh, get it in there. Right, bit of ketchup on there. Going to lift the pan off for now, and let's just put the burner out. Okay, there we go. Let's give it a shot. That's pretty good. Okay then, so cup of tea time. I'm just gonna add a little bit more fuel to the burner. The burner's gone cold, so there's, yeah, you don't want to add it when it's hot. I'm just going to top that up a little bit more. We'll get it lit and we'll get some water on. Fire starter again. Finally, sometime later. Okay, so got my little kettle. Where you going, dog? Come back. About half full. Should be enough. Got the little bits sort of clipped down, so the kettle is sitting nicely lower down in there. Okay, let's get this warmed up. Lola! Lola! Okay, so water's been on for a few minutes now. Managed to get my dog back. I haven't got a lid for this kettle, it's missing, but I've ordered one. You can get plenty of space for these. So I've just used the pan just to give it a little bit of extra sort of, you know, keep the heat in. So I'm just going to take, oh, quite warm, take the pan off. Water's bubbling away nicely. That's taken about maybe 5 minutes at the most. So get my cup out, tea bag in there, See, it's bubbling away, so I'm just gonna give it a pour. Something satisfying about this. So being out in nature and cooking with fire, I normally bring a flask, but to be honest, I think this for me is a win-win. So it's a Trangia 27. It's been on the go for quite a few years, but you can still get them. I think they do a gas burner instead of a spirit burner as well. To be honest with you, the mess has a bit of a smell. I'm not sure I would want to be in an enclosed space, like a bothy or a shelter like that, because it does sort of give off that funny smell. Not too bad out here, but yeah, I would say it's compact, it's easy to carry, easy to set up, and especially in a windy environment, I think this will work a treat. So yeah, for me, I would definitely recommend the Trangia 27 to win. Catch you later.